Men cannot accept that women are single by choice because most men are not single by choice.
What type of men exactly are they talking to? Because most of the guys that I know that are single are happily so.
And I'm sure I'll have many men in the comments being like, I'm single by choice. No, you're not.
Why? Because it's inconceivable to some that a lot of men's standards are too high to date a lot of the women that they meet out there?
Most women are single by choice because getting a man is the absolute easiest thing to get.
I wonder if they know that getting a man and then keeping a man are two different things.
Men don't want to believe that, but guess what? Y'all are easy.
I've often found that it takes experts in those particular matters to recognize it in others.
On the other side of the coin, women are mostly difficult to get, okay? And especially now in 2025, women have standards that most men do not ever plan on reaching. And if they do, it is usually a temporary fix until the mask falls.
That might have something to do with the fact that almost every woman out there considers herself to be a 10 out of 10 and expects their man to also be a 10 out of 10. Quite frankly, a lot of women have unrealistic expectations.
People who are chronically single aren't single because no one wants them. They're single because they're the few people who actually have real standards. For the average person, almost anybody will do in a relationship. You know what I mean? Most people are just looking for someone who's genuinely nice, who will do transactional relationships or do gender roles. You know what I mean? Whoever's good at planning dates or whoever buys them gifts, open doors, be's a gentleman, sends them money or cooks, cleans, whatever, right? But people who are chronically single are looking for genuine compatibility. They're looking for people whose morals and values are aligned with theirs. They're looking for a certain frequency, a certain vibration. For people who are always in chronic relationships, right? Relationship after relationship, anybody will do for real. Like, you could replace their current boyfriend or girlfriend with somebody else tomorrow, really. All of their relationships pretty much resemble the same thing. Like, they're in the same relationship pattern again and again and again. Same, different person, slightly different look. Like, it's almost like verbatim the exact same. But chronically single people are looking for something much deeper. So if you're worried about being single, don't be, right? Because 9 times out of 10, all the people in relationships, they're just there for the ride, right? They not looking for nothing special. You would be miserable in a relationship like half the people that you know. Trust me.
Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns
No.
it. If he owns the bus. he owns it.
So I tweeted something in regards to this video clip a few hours ago, and already I have a lot of response. Basically what I said is, why are women so comfortable looking down on truck drivers, plumbers, electricians, janitors, etc. as if they're not on our level? If we as women went one day without the resources these men provided, we'd feel like the world was falling apart. And you know, that little clip, it was so significant to me because it speaks to the priorities that some of us have when we are looking for a spouse, and quite frankly, how some of us have been taught to prioritize the wrong thing. There is a really, really high emphasis right now on women picking guys who have a lot of status, who have a lot of money, who have this particular lifestyle. I mean, we see this all the time on the different reality TV shows, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, there's so many different stuff out. Not to mention the just hyper consumer culture we see being promoted on social media, Twitter, Instagram, even TikTok. And then you go online and we constantly see movies and romance novels of women falling in love with rich millionaires or falling in love with guys who have a lot of money, who have nice resources, who have all the cars and everything. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with wanting nice things. I just think it's important to be reminded that what we're using to pick somebody, a partner, a potential spouse, are the qualities that actually matter, the qualities that actually are going to make for a long-lasting relationship, right? Whether or not the person has integrity, has a relationship with God, is loyal, has good communication, has a good heart. Like, those things are so much more important, because even if he does own the bus, right? Or even if he does have all the money in the world, if he's lacking the character, then those things don't really last to begin with. And this is the downside of media and taking in too much media. Like, if it's not being balanced with real life examples, like if you're not seeing healthy marriages, if you're not seeing families out there, if you're not around couples who have actually, been together for decades and you've seen them go through the different struggles and the ups and the downs, and they can tell you the reality of relationship, then sometimes we can just go and base our relationship ideals on what we see online or what we see in media, and it's not necessarily real life. So again, there's nothing wrong with wanting nice things, but we just want to make sure that we don't overlook a good potential person, overlook a good potential spouse, just because they may not have the money that we want in the moment.
How do you establish the boundary? So let's say that there's this man that has been in a long-term relationship, and throughout the history of the relationship, the woman has even like unconsciously been emasculating him. How do you pivot? How do you start establishing a strong boundary with
Well, you
your
call
woman?
it out every time you see it.
In what way? Like just point blank, like don't...
Hey, cut that. You can call a woman out in front of people. It's a bit more embarrassing, but it's more intense. She's going to remember it. You're not starting a fight. It might be something like, Candace, don't say that in front of my friends. And then you move on. And then if she starts arcing up about that, well, now we have a deeper problem. Because even if you do have boundaries, she's not respecting them.
What to do when another woman calls your man sweetie or slides her hand onto his arm. Your stomach drops, your eyebrows lift, and your inner lioness wakes up. Totally normal. But here's how you stay calm and confident in that moment. Remember, you're not competing, you're protecting. This isn't jealousy, that's intuition. You're guarding the space that you and your man built. Second, shift into queen posture. Stand beside him like you belong there because you do. And third, don't react. Don't glare, don't scramble. You give a slow smile, a gentle touch on his arm, and let your presence be the boundary. 4, anchor into the truth. He chose you, not her. Not her pet names, not her wandering hands. You're the woman he comes home to. Number 5, expand, don't shrink. Step in, stand tall, soften your tone. Your calm energy will make her back up faster than any confrontation ever will. Because hear me on this, the calmest woman in the room has the most influence. And when you carry yourself like a queen, other women feel it and adjust themselves accordingly.
You can literally punch a man in the face, in the chest, in the back, and most likely over time he'll forgive you, might even forget. But you say something that hurt his pride or his ego, something that got him thinking about it in the shower with the water running down his face, he's never gonna get over it. He will remind you of it 10 years later. You can literally apologize, it don't matter. He's never gonna get over it. So ladies, don't call that man, don't remind him that he was a crack baby. Don't say that. It's like, no, I never said that. I never called a man a crack baby, but I probably would. I'm just playing.
What's funny is a lot of these women only want a lot of these men when they pull back. That's it. The man could be trying to give you the stuff that you want. And I know a lot of times they like to say, oh man, the good guy, the nice guy, you know, he's not really a nice guy. He's allowing these women to run over him and this and that. No, let's not do that. Because we like to label that man as doing that in all these situations. And some of these brothers are good brothers. Nice guys that are not overdoing it. Hey man, I'm just calling to see what you got going on. Even though you haven't answered for a week. Hey, I'm just texting you to see what you got going on. What's happening? I might text you every week. I might try to come over and see what you're doing. Because we're supposed to be friends, right? We're supposed to be friends. Right? That's what you let's see if we can be friends first. Oh, all right. Hey man, I was at the store. I got you something. It ain't real. Oh man, and we ain't talking about no, I got you a Louis Vuitton purse. No, we talking about, hey man, I went to the store, I got me something. I knew I was on my way over. So I got you a little something. I got you some M&Ms. I got you a little drink. I know you like that. Right? Y'all will still take that guy who is doing things for you out of the kindness of his heart. Man, I like you. Right? I do like you, but I'm trying to respect the boundary. I'm trying to respect all that. Right? I'm trying to show you, hey, you wasn't sure about me? I can connect with you. I can be your friend. But the moment the man moves on, go find somebody else, the moment the man pulls back and say, hey man, and he might not even say nothing. He might just, text and might get sporadic. Whereas he texts you every week, he might start texting you every other week. Right? Hey man, what's going on? And then you say, hey, man, you seem like we really don't talk anymore. That's because I was the only one talking. Hey man, I'm kind of busy. I got involved with I play basketballs on Tuesday. That's what it is. Oh, okay. Oh man, I got a girl. I'm gonna have to bring her by to let you meet her. Oh, when you get a girlfriend? Oh man, you've been talking for about a month. A month? You didn't tell? Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, I did tell you. It's just that you didn't care. And now you trying to figure out what happened. mad because I pulled back, I went a different direction, and my intention ain't on you. Now you want to be involved. Now you want to be focused on me. Now you want to give me the time of day.
Girl could tell you she's single and somebody's every other day, bro. And I know some females that I'm the one knocking the coins out her. She's going out on dates trying to find somebody who she want to be with and take serious. And she's like, oh, you know, none of these dudes. And I you know, one day I asked her, shorty, I was like, do you think you gonna take any of these dudes serious when I'm literally like knocking the coins out every other night? Like literally every other night on call, you gonna pull up on me. And you telling me that you going out on dates and you trying to find Mr. Right, because you know that I'm not gonna give you that level of commitment you want. But then you also trying to take a dude like I'm trying to work through that. Like, how do you have a dude that you prefer to be having sex with, but then you're outside trying to find Mr. Right? And then at what point do you stop messing with me to give him some? Or maybe you never stop messing with me, or maybe you give him a chance, he don't hit it right, but you don't really care because you have a fallback plan. It's kind of just like
it's a never-ending cycle.
It's a never-ending cycle,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's the world we living in, Jack.
It's nasty, and I think that kind of makes me depressed. Even though I'm fully aware that I'm contributing to the problem. By the way,
the dating pool is nasty work right now, but I cannot willingly share with another man.
You're already doing it.
I don't care.
You're sharing right now.
No, I'm not.
You're sharing.
But like they say,
and any chick you talking to is talking to somebody else, bro. You're sharing.
But like they say, it's never yours. It's just your turn.
Exactly. So that means
this is 100% the surefire way to know if your spouse feels emasculated. Hands down, no question. If he is lazy to you, if he's apathetic, and if he doesn't have passion and energy for the relationship, that might be very clear signs that he feels emasculated. If he sedates with work and video games or things other than pouring into the relationship, you may have slowly deteriorated his want and his drive to show up in the relationship. If you're not following, there's more videos on emasculation. Hit that follow button and share this with someone who needs to hear it.
A lot of women try to make men they don't know feel bad, saying they're dangerous. But the truth is, it's the men you do know that's more dangerous to you. The stats be statting. It's not who you don't know, it's who you do know. So make sure you know who you know before bashing who you don't know, you know?
Ladies, this is not a drill. The men are grifting. The men are in the middle of a migration. The he-man woman haters of TikTok are slowly switching up their content. They are slowly switching up their content. Another mutual and I were having a conversation in the DMs talking about, have you noticed? And then another mutual of mine made a video today talking about it. And I'm just like, I've been noticing it, but I'm just like, you know, at first, I just kind of chalked it up to the conversation or the topic at hand that they were talking about was so common sense that the only side to be on was the woman's side. The only side to be on in the discussion was the woman's side. But I'm seeing a pattern. A pattern is beginning to emerge. And to that I say, you can't trick me. You can't trick me. I see y'all. Ladies, before y'all get to double tapping, before y'all get too excited, go watch his old videos. Go watch his old videos. Because here's my thing, right? I'm not saying that people cannot grow and learn and switch their positions, reshape their thinking, right? But I think along with reshaping your thinking and your perspective, and changing your stance on certain subject, you need to address that change, right? For me, This is my personal opinion, right? So if I have an ideology that I've been steadfast and I've been double, triple downing on before, and then one day I'm presented with new information that now causes me to rethink my position, I'm gonna say, you know what, y'all? I used to believe this, and this thing opened my eyes, and now I see the error in my ways. But that's not happening. They're just tiptoe. They just creeping in like, did they see us? And they're gonna come in, they're gonna sit down, they're gonna pour themselves a glass of wine, they're gonna cross their legs and act like they've been in here the whole time.
Now, this is no shade to the women who strip or OnlyFans or however you get your money. But the women that work a 9 to 5, they just hit different. It's just something about them. It's just something about a woman that got morals and self-respect that just hit different. Maybe it's just me.
You know, a lot of these modern women, you know, talking out of both sides of their mouth. They really are. Oh, well, he gave up too early. Men don't really chase no more. That's because... Are you slow? Some of these brothers been in your inbox for 2 and 3 months. There has been situations where a brother has been in a woman's inbox for years. Literal years. But then when she, you know what, I was bored one night. You mean what you was bored after I'm thinking of a clip right now. That man would try to get a hold of this woman. She wouldn't give him no time of day. Nothing. Couldn't get nothing out of him. I think it might have been a year later, I think, something like that she finally decided, hey, you know what? I'm feeling kind of down, I think is what she said. Something to that effect. I'm feeling kind of down. And then I forget whether he flew her to him or I think he might have flown to her. Whatever it was. You know, went over and stuff like that. And, you know, everything was fine. And then I guess, like she said, she was feeling vulnerable. She was feeling like, you know, I just need somebody to, you know, hold me. And so they found a place where she can be held. Problem is, you know, they they did a little bit more than holding. And after that, you know, she was feeling great. And, oh, I feel a little bit better. And, you know, she decided to clown. You know, she was feeling herself, right? She wasn't cussing him out, but she was like, oh, I got the upper hand. I got the upper advantage. And that's the way it's going to be. You know, that man stopped talking to her. That man stopped talking because y'all carry this attitude that, oh, you know, a man, you know, he chasing me, he gonna continue to chase me, this and that. No, I think you should have given me a little bit more respect a year ago. Well, I don't really know you. Yeah, but it didn't take you a year to respond to me, now did it?
Do women know what men find annoying about us? We always hear, you know, it's like nagging. The sad part is, her nagging is trying to fix the situation. Or at least she's trying to address it because she cares, you know. There's also the constant reassurance thing. Do you still love me? But she's not trying to be annoying. She's trying to feel secure. So it's about different communication style, different emotional needs. But yeah, a lot of guys find it annoying. But don't get me wrong, a lot of things about men annoy women too. The whole withdrawing thing when, you know, things get too, you know, deep or emotional. Of course, it's not everybody, but it's enough people. Just talking. But what do you guys think?
But what I'm saying is, there are women who want this attention and really are afraid to say, I want to walk out the house with my goodies showing. I want to do this. But the pressure of society makes it where they got to just look stupid, because some of them still do it anyway. They want people to say stuff to them that's going to be said to them when they're dressed that way. And you just don't find a lot of women willing to admit it. I'm hustling my monkey. When is they gonna say that? Darlene, when you used to dress revealing, when it was kosher,
some would say this is
you
like,
borderline ready to get kicked out the Lakers game now.
no, I wouldn't. No.
Hey, can I say something controversial?
Yeah.
I mean, please.
God, what now?
I'll ask you later, D. I ain't gonna forget. Go ahead, get it to me.
Women want to crave attention so much. Most women would rather be alive and in danger than alive and in peace, because the attention is more important than peace to most women.
You got to say that again and give it to them. Give it to them where it land, because what you said is powerful.
It's pretty deep.
They want what?
Most women would rather be alive and in danger than be alive and in peace. They would risk their lives, their families, everything.
Respectability
for attention. No matter how dangerous the attention is, they'll risk it. And that's some scientific. That's that dopamine. You know, they'd rather have that, you know, most people are addicts of themselves who dress like that, which means they do to be in the spotlight because it causes a release of dopamine into the system, and that gives them an elation, like being on heroin or being on coke. So what she's really chasing is that shot of herself. You know what I mean?
That's not very controversial, Craig. That makes
but
sense.
when that runs out, then they, you know, there's another level to this.
Where is that?
And it gets even way worse than this.
And that's that.
Yeah, so, you know, it just sucks for...
Then you on somebody talk show like Vivica Fox with all that weight in your neck talking about, I'm looking for a husband.
If a woman has been single for like 2 years or more, people look at her and think, maybe she's just too picky. Maybe she's just too difficult. Maybe she's just too much. No, let me tell you why she's single. She's single because she's been through enough to know exactly what it looks like when a man is wasting her time, and she'd rather be alone than to have to go through that. You see, people think that being single for a long time just means you can't find anyone. No, she's found plenty of guys. She just stopped lying to herself about who these guys really were. She stopped believing their words and started looking at their actions. She stopped giving second chances to men who simply didn't deserve the first one. And most importantly, she stopped lowering her standards just to make somebody else comfortable. And honestly, I think that scares the hell out of so many guys, because how can you manipulate someone who doesn't give a about being alone? You can't breadcrumb a woman who doesn't need your attention to feel good about herself. You can't play hot and cold with someone who doesn't play along. Say whatever you want, but that's not a woman that's hard to love. That's a woman who learned what she's worth, and she's not lowering that for anybody. So if you are that woman who's been single for a long time and people keep asking you like, oh, what's wrong? If a woman has been single for like 2 years,
date the boring guy. If you tend to date guys who are emotionally unavailable and overlook guys who are steady and secure, this is for you. Your nervous system is used to intense chemistry that only leads to inconsistency, high anxiety, and ultimately distance. But here's what you might be missing. The boring guy isn't actually boring. He's healthy, consistent, secure in himself, and safe. So the next time you think a guy is boring, consider that you're actually feeling a sense of safety that your brain wants to interpret as boring because it's not the chaos that you're used to. Now, if you're wondering, but what if he actually is boring? How do you tell the difference? Meet me in the caption.
Hello, I'm back. Yesterday I went on my story and I asked people why we think that guys don't want to come to dating events. For context, I produce singles nights at So Far Sounds, and so I went on my story yesterday and I asked people like, what are the reasons? Like, everyone who's trying to do anything in the dating space has the same problem. I got a couple of interesting insights. At the end of the day, if we all want to have nice love lives, guys, we do have to find common ground. I also do know that to meet people, then you need to spice it up a little bit. I'd love to hear from as many men as possible. If they've been to a singles night before, what do they like about it? What didn't they like about it? Or girls, like if you have any male friend, why they don't want to come with you. And so if I can do anything with this little video today and get us all talking a little bit more and maybe coming up with some solutions of like what you'd like to see, because the beauty is that if you give me a suggestion, I probably can make it happen. Send this to someone, have a discussion, ping me, comment, I don't know, do whatever you want. But like, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's use the internet for good and put our brains together and try and solve this problem. Thank you.
I think as a single guy, again, it comes back to being aware of that desire for female friendship. It's like during this hiatus or during you being a single man, you might be called to marriage, but you might not meet your wife for 15 or 20 years. Like you legit have no idea what God might be calling you. So there's a certain element of detachment from that good desire of friendship with a female that you have to say, as much as I'd like to have that, if God doesn't bring this person into my life, or if right now I've discerned that it's not right for me, I shouldn't be living in this headspace where I'm constantly seeking that, or I feel super lonely, or that would lead me to say that, well, this person is attached, or this person has a disordered desire for female validation, because ultimately you should be content and satisfied without that.
And you know, you have a lot of these women talking about, oh, he wasn't husband material, oh, he wasn't a man for me. That's fine, because a lot of y'all ain't wifey material. I know you don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. A lot of y'all are not good people. And I understand you don't want to hear that, but that's exactly what it is. Y'all are not good people. So even if you knew what a husband was and what a man was supposed to be and what a husband was supposed to be, it wouldn't really even matter, because you're not in a position to be a wife.
If you are engaged in creating this kind of adult content, there are going to be men that are going to find that unsuitable in a partner and would not pursue you for long-term serious relationship and or marriage. You said that you judge men who are inexperienced.
Yeah.
And I would say it's kind of the norm if women would not want to date a guy experienced. However, when a guy doesn't want to date a woman who is experienced, proxy for promiscuity, proxy for high body count, proxy for doing adult content, that's somehow wrong, that we have a preference when it comes to something that you have that's in your control. However, women will disqualify men who can't get, who have difficulty developing relationships with women, which to some degree is outside of their control.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's on your mind right now?
Huh?
What's on your mind right now?
No, I'm trying to, because this guy, he asked for two double whoppers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's saying that, number who? But now he's switching it up. He getting upset with me.
That's what's on your mind right now?
Yeah.
It needs to be some money.
If you can take my man, you can have him. Take him. I don't want him. If an attractive female walks up to my husband and tries, like, hey, you want to come home with me? I don't care what she does. I care what he does. She can do whatever she wants. The difference is how my husband acts when I'm not around. So if any female can take my husband, you can have him. No questions asked, because that man, he's not mine. I trust my husband. I trust him with every ounce of my being. I'm confident in our relationship. But if an outside party comes in and tries to take my man and he goes, have him. He wasn't mine in the first place, because he made a promise to me. He made a vow. And if he breaks that vow, that man was never mine. So, you can have him.
Guys, you wanted a baked potato with your steak, right?
Ladies, y'all know how y'all...
First off, please go back and watch my cousin. That's my cousin now. Watch the rest of what my cousin explains. I co-sign what he's saying with my whole chest. Ladies, having a partner like you who handles things like that for us, it takes so much off of our brain and allows us to continue trying our best to bring you the world. So when we have a woman like you who's gonna make sure things like like the onion on my burger is fried because that's what I requested if we're at a restaurant. Thank you. Shoot, that thing's like y'all coming up behind us and giving us a hug from behind. Like, thank you, babe. Want to go boat shopping?
3 things that annoy me. Damn, I don't know if I get 3 things that annoy me. Yeah, my baby mother, the mother of my child, and the woman I got pregnant.
Now, a lot of these women, when you hear them talk, what they really want is a man that don't disagree with them. A man that does whatever they say. That's what they call the maturity. A man that don't go against what they're talking about, regardless of if it's stupid or not, regardless of if it's ignorant. Oh, I don't want him to say anything to me. I don't want him to do anything to me. I don't want him to do this, and this. Stupid. That's what it is. Silly. That's what it is. You don't want that man to hold you accountable for a lot of the silly stuff that you got going on. Well, why are you going back and forth like a woman? Because you're in my house, stupid. And you're trying to do the wrong thing in my house. And you're trying to break down the security and the structure that I built, that I spent years building. So yes, I'm about to go back and forth with you because you're trying to let stuff in my house that I'm not about to let in my house. A lot of oh, you sassy for going back and forth with a woman. Think about if a man was in war. Oh, just let me win. Just let me win while staring down the barrel of a gun. Just let me win while looking at the point of a blade. Just let me win. You going back and forth. No. You're about to try to take my life. Oh, well, it ain't that serious. It is that serious. Y'all want to put men out on the street. Y'all modern women, they like to say that, oh, he gonna put you out on the street, did that, and this, all that other stuff. When y'all be trying to do the same thing. Some of these divorced brothers, y'all be trying, oh, well, I'm gonna take the house. Fool around and lose the house because you ain't got no money, but you want to put him out. Well, I'm gonna take the kids. Fool around and lose the kids, gotta give him the kids because you don't have a stable job. Fool around, gotta give him the kids because you can't handle it. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Modern women are not as mature as they say they are.
We're running it back. You guys loved my first video on how to compliment a man. We discuss how men value respect-based compliments that hype up his competence, okay? They prefer that much, much more than a vain or appearance-based comment, okay? So we're gonna get into the why and we're gonna get into the how in this video. Why do we have to switch up our compliments for men? It's because most women compliment men the way they want to be complimented. Appearance first, vibe first, sweetness first. Men don't receive that as deeply as we think. If you want your compliment to actually land with a man and to increase his desire for you, you have to compliment what men organize their identity around, which is their competence, their responsibility, and their self-control. I know you gotta dig deep in there to find a good thing to say about a lot of these men, but I'm going to give you a core principle and I'm going to help you out. Compliments function as reinforcement. You're teaching a man what behavior gets rewarded by you. What makes you want to show up more, be kinder to him, admire him, be more affectionate, okay? If you praise integrity, follow through, his protective leadership, you're reinforcing the traits that make a man stable long term. So you're not going to compliment things built on sand because that's not going to help you in the long term. Let's start out with follow through. You can say, I noticed you did exactly what you said you were going to. That's rare. I respect that about you. I noticed that you followed through with this goal and I know it took so hard. Say, I noticed you accomplished this goal that you've been talking about for a while. That's such a hard thing to do and I'm just really admiring your follow through. You can say, congratulations for completing that goal. I know that you have been working on it for a long, long time. Your discipline and your follow through is just so admirable because the world is missing a lot of that. Boom. Now he knows that you are paying attention to him sticking to his word and his goals, which is going to improve how he does exactly that with you. If he says he's going to take you somewhere, he's going to notice that you pay attention to him following through, okay? Second is compliment his decision making, especially under pressure, okay? This is the competence. You can say the way you handle that situation while being level-headed was just so amazing. You didn't escalate it and you totally took charge of the situation. Thank you. This targets emotional regulation. A regulated man is a safer man. Safer. And safety is what allows a woman's nervous system to relax into attachment instead of anxiety when she's in a relationship, okay? Allow him to maybe speak on your behalf in a situation, advocate for you, see how that turns out, compliment what you like. If it's really detrimental, like he freaking starts a fight with a stranger, you should just not talk to him again, okay? But if he does well, say someone cut you off in line and he speaks up for you, you acknowledge and compliment that. Third, and definitely not least, is complimenting a man's provision mindset, not just his money, okay? You guys know on this page, I believe women are to be provided for. This is something you can say. I can tell you take responsibility and leadership seriously. You think ahead. You take care of me. It relaxes me, and that's so attractive. You praise his conscientiousness, his discipline, his planning, his order. All this predicts life stability. It proves so much more than just charisma or attraction, okay? Let's go back into the rules, all right? Number 1, be specific. Vague praise feels like flattery that he can get from anyone, but you see deeper than that, and he's relying on you for affirmation. Rule 2, compliment character, not just performance. Performance is what he did once. Character is what he is becoming. Rule number 3, don't over-compliment early. If you flood him with praise before he's invested, you're giving high reward for low-cost effort. And that teaches him he doesn't need to earn you. He's just going to get roses no matter what. The last point is a compliment is not begging for love. It's you naming what you value. You are setting a standard. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some clarity on how to compliment a man. Leave comments below. Tell me how this works in your life.
One day, me and my homeboy were on a 2-man, and out of nowhere, one of the girls was like, between the two of y'all, who's stronger? So without hesitation, I genuinely hit him with an RKO. He hasn't talked to me since. You don't like the way I hoop?
You may not think he wants this relationship to work, and you may think he doesn't care about what you think, how you feel. But did you ever stop to think that the man has shut down because he's tried to care about your feeling by not telling you how he really felt? Because he felt like his real feeling would hurt yours. Did you ever think that you were shutting him down by invalidating everything he felt, by telling him he was being silly, or he's being too controlling, or thinking you know what he's thinking, you know what he wants, far better than he does? Baby, if you can take your feelings out of this just a little bit. I'm not saying your feelings don't matter, because they do. But he also needs you to understand that his feelings matter. And if you're so wrapped up in yourself, what he did, what he said, you know, the stuff that hurt your feelings, that you're not even gonna think about the things that you could have done that contributed to all this mess, then it's not gonna work. Because if you want him to be accountable for his mistakes, you need to hold yourself accountable for yours. Like I said, you have a right to feel the way you feel, and you should be heard. But he does too. Just think about it. I love you.
Be the dummy that take 30 years to figure out that these men don't like women, they like coochie.
True.
Well,
Wait.
how do you like coochie but don't like women? How you like getting paid but you hate that job?
She's right. Most dudes, they don't like women. They just want to have sex with them. Let me tell you why me, and this is me. I am a healthy, grown, able-bodied man. I'm a godly man. Let me tell you why I don't like women. Okay? Because they're all the same. Now, if you're a woman looking at this, you may be different, okay? But just follow me for just 1 second, okay? Imagine this. Imagine, as a man, you're wanting someone who's separate, unique, and whole, because that's what you are. I am a man that's separate. That means I'm easily distinguishable from the crowd. That means I stand out from a crowd full of people. I'm unique. I'm the only one of my kind. You can't find another person that's like me. And I'm whole, which means that I am the sum of my parts, which means that I'm not one way when I'm at work. I'm not another way when I'm around my lady. I'm not another way when I'm around my friends. And I'm not another way when I'm just generally in public. I'm the same person wherever I go. So I'm separate, unique, and I'm whole. And when I look at women, I'm looking for a woman that can mirror me. And what I mean by that is, she's a good representation of me when I'm not around. So if my woman is at the store, she represents me. Right? She's a good representation for me. She makes me look good in how she behaves and how she acts, her morals, values, standards, how she handles herself. Right? She's a representation of me. So when people look at her and say, oh, that's Donovan's girl. You get what I'm saying? That's why I don't like women. Didn't say I didn't love them, just don't like them because they're all the same. Now, you could be different, but I'm just giving you a signpost as to why me, personally, I don't like women. Because they're all wearing the same bonnets, they're all wearing the same hairstyles, all have eyelashes, all have nails that are long, they all look the same. There's nothing that separates you from other women. There's nothing that makes you unique. And you're too many different people when you're around too many different people. This is just the assessment that I'm making in society. Okay? So as a single man, and when I say single, it has nothing to do with whether or not I have a partner. Single means separate, unique, and whole. As a single, godly, grown man, that's why I don't like women, because I can't find any single women, separate, unique, and whole women. That is a good representation, or that would be a good mirror in society for me. Pray this message has found you, and that this message has found you well. Please share to make our people aware. I gotta go, because you have to grow. I love you though.
You're emasculating your hubby, which is why you don't feel taken care of by him. Hi, if you're new to me, I'm Carrie Cohen, practicing psychotherapist for 25 years and nervous system strategist for women and couples. Do you ever catch yourself snapping at him for little things like leaving the front door unlocked, or not putting the milk cap back on the milk before he puts it away, or leaving the lids of jars like not tightened when he puts them in the cabinet? You're constantly pointing out his flaws, nitpicking every single detail, and micromanaging it all. And in the quest to find the perfect partner, you've taken on everything yourself to make sure it gets done just right. Because we all know that no one can do it as well as you can. You've become so self-sufficient and so independent because you don't trust that anyone can do things the way you need it to be done. And this constant need for control is actually more than just a habit. It's fueling your anxiety in the relationship. But here's the thing. Your relentless criticism and micromanagement is actually pushing him away. And you've created this wall between the two of you, so you're not connected. And when you're constantly calling out all his shortcomings, it's not only stressing yourself, but you're also making him feel really useless, which is why he doesn't help. It makes him feel so emasculated. And it's not that he's not good enough, it's that you don't trust him to let him be. You're so focused on doing everything perfectly, you've forgotten what a partnership actually looks like and feels like. You've forgotten how to trust, how to let go, and how to let him in. So what's the solution, you ask? You have to create safety in your body, because this thing that's going on in your head is actually starting in your body, and you create safety in your body by learning the practice of regulating your nervous system. And then your body will stop misfiring all these false alarms, and then your mind will not have to make up stories about the alarms it's misfiring. And this is the work that I do. In my new program, 7 Days to Get Out of Your Head, a self-paced program, will teach you exactly what you need to do in order to get out of your head, get into your body, into your heart, and present in love. At $49, I've made it impossible for you to say no to yourself. The link is in my bio.
Have y'all noticed that women with great career jobs tend to be with the worst men? Or am I tripping?
Shout out to CNAs, all drug dealers.
Like, you went to school, you got your degree, you're doing well, and then he's driving your car while you're doing the work, running up your gas, pulling up on you late, picking you up while your car's on E.
I feel like they have very poor selection in partners because, one, they dedicate their lives to their job. Like, they're there all day. So they're just looking for someone to, when they come home, they just want somebody to lay down with, for real. That's what I come to the conclusion of, for real.
What you think?
You want me to lie to you or tell you the truth?
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
All you can do is tell the truth.
Bro, women have terrible choices in men, bro. I say it all the time. And y'all purposely choose trash. Which is okay.
I hate when you say
Just
women.
say.
Women alone.
Just
Like,
say.
it's not, men
I
do it
choose
too.
and I just like it like that, bro. Being honest, man. I'm being honest.
You know, being with a lot of you can hear it with a lot of these modern women. This is why men checking out, because modern women, loving them and being with them is a full-time job. They're troublemakers. Think about if you are a nurse and there's that one difficult patient that keep on hitting that button, that call light every hour, every 30 minutes, they keep on hitting that call light. What you need? Oh, well, you know what the time is? It's on the clock right there. You can see it. Oh, well, you know, I didn't know if that was right. Oh, ding, when is dinner coming? When is lunch coming? Hey, has my family gotten here yet? You would know if they got here. They would walk in the door. You know, just really hard to be around. That's what modern women are like. That patient and no disrespect. And you know, let me tell you what. The patient might have a reason. A lot of these people, not all of them, but a lot of these people are in there because they have an actual ailment, whether they're sick or whether they have an injury. They're in the hospital because they need something. Modern women don't really even need anything, and they're just a headache. Honey, do this. Honey, do that. No, do it yourself. Stop bothering me.